I would have made a lot more money much sooner if I had known then what I know now and what I'm about to teach you in this video. Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Paula and I'm a personal branding strategist who is here to help you, the talented, brilliant entrepreneur, founder, professional woman who understands that in today's world, to make your mark, you have to build a personal brand that speaks for you when you're not in the room. So today in this video, we're going to be talking about how to make your personal brand profitable fast. We don't want you to waste time doing things that you don't need to be doing just because others are doing it. We don't want you to waste time questioning yourself and all of that self-doubt because you don't know for a fact whether or not your moves will work. Today, I'm going to be giving you the actionable things that you can do, set in place things that are going to make you, first of all, look professional, be professional, and then deliver the kind of service that is going to allow you to make the kind of money that your personal brand can make, that your expertise will allow you make. At this point, I'm going to do all of the, if you are not subscribed yet, totally subscribe, but I won't say it just yet. I'll say it at the end of the video. Before we go in, I want to tell you that everything that you're looking for with your brand, you've got it. You are enough. You already have it in your hand and it's enough. One of the things that stopped me early on in my journey is that I felt like I wasn't enough. I felt like I didn't have enough. I felt like I wasn't professional enough. I wasn't trained enough. I wasn't, because I hadn't held down a 9 to 5. I just went into business as soon as it was time for me to start earning. I've eventually found out that the experience that I gathered from running my own business has equated to whatever I would have learned if I had gone to work with somebody else. And so all of that feeling like I didn't have what it took to succeed with my personal brand, to succeed in a professional environment because I hadn't been employed under somebody, I eventually realized that that didn't matter at all. And as long as I understood how to create a service, how to deliver value, how to help my clients, then I didn't need the 9 to 5 experience that I thought I needed. So first of all, let me tell you that you are more than enough with everything that you have, and even with the things that you feel like you don't have. So we're going to go through a brief exercise. I want you to get your pen, get your paper, really sit down and give this thing time. I work with a lot of women with their personal brands, whether it's with coaching or consulting, or whether they're just giving my team this thing to run. I see that what holds people back most of the time is that they don't really realize what they're holding in their hand. They don't realize that there are actually people that really have problems, people for whom your solution is going to be a lifesaver. And you feel like, oh, you just know this thing because you've been building your business for 10 years and then you kind of, know how to navigate all of these things. And for somebody, she's just starting out with her business. If she spoke to you, she would waste less time, she would waste less money, she would feel less alone. Everything that you currently have can get you paid. Now, let's get you paid. If you're looking to start making profit off of your personal brand, if you have started building an audience already and you want to monetize, or you have not started building an audience at all, but you would like to start and you would like to start getting paid as quickly as possible, then this video is for you. The first thing you want to do is take stock of what you know, what you can do, what you bring to the table. I like that question, what do you bring to the table? And I think it's a very funny question when it comes to relationships, because if you didn't know what I was bringing to the table, why are you even here? But when it comes to business, you are the one that tells people what you bring to the table. You don't expect that somebody who is probably not even looking in your direction would just know that you are the best fitness experts, or you are the best person to help them with their relationship issues, or all of the things that you can do. It is on you to build the kind of brand that speaks for you, that speaks on your behalf, the kind of brand that when people come across your brand anywhere at all, and we're going to talk about all of the things that you need to do to position your brand, but when people come across your brand, whether it is on LinkedIn or on YouTube or on Instagram, whatever platform that you choose, it should be clear the value that you bring. And if you are not clear on the value that you bring, then you cannot possibly share the value that you bring. So the first step with getting your profitable brand is understanding what you hold. Who knows? Maybe you take stock and realize that you have the cure to cancer, or the cure to AIDS, or all of the problems that the world has, but you don't have to even be solving world problems. All you have to think is one person, one problem. One person, one problem. For somebody who is not very interested in her opinion being known or her impact being felt or her influence expanding, I'm not a solution. However, that same person might be heavily looking for a remote job. She might be looking for somewhere where she can quietly do the work and get paid and go home in peace, right? Now, you who are a career coach or you have like experience with landing multinational jobs because you have worked in a lot of multinational jobs, for example, you have the solution to her problem. Now, we're all in the career space and we're all helping people come up in the world. However, for this particular person, I'm not the solution, you are. However, there is another person yet who doesn't want to hold a job. She wants to use her own solutions, her own voice, change the world, make impact, be in control of her finances. Doesn't want to be answerable to anybody, doesn't want to be employed. She wants to build her own company. For that person who is a founder, I'm the solution, right? I have the solution. I can help her get out there, be seen, be heard, be trusted. So you see, everybody has different problems, and all of us, and that's why there is so much room because what you have, the special set of skills that you have, that's exactly what your ideal client is looking for. But first, take stock of what you know. I have a 6-day email course that's going to help you just figure out all of these things. There's a workbook in the email course. On day one, you get a workbook that's going to allow you to take stock of what you have. And when I say take stock, I mean your skills, your experiences, your soft skills, right? The things that you naturally are good at that you never thought you could get paid for. Is your personal brand is a collation of all of these things. So you have to really sit down and do the work. So the next thing that you want to do, and we kind of touched on that, is figure out who needs this thing that you have. So when you have the picture, when you have figured out all of the things that you have, then you will find who needs this. And who needs this will vary based on who you want to work with. Because one of the things that I realize is many people might want the same thing. However, they will not want the same thing from the same person. So here's what I need. I mean, many people want to lose weight, but for different reasons. Some people want summer body, some people want it for health reasons. The person that's going to sell a solution to this person is going to speak a different language from the person that's selling the solution to this person. So here I'm saying, do you want all your clothes to be flattering? Do you want to be the best body on the beach? Do you want, right? This. Here I'm saying, do you want to see your grandkids? Do you want to attend your children's wedding? Do you want to be healthy, lose weight? Probably the same solution will work for both of them, but their reasons differ. And therefore, the person that will attract them, the brand that will attract them, will be different. And so that's why you've got to figure out who needs this and which section of the people that need it do I want to work with day in, day out? Do I want to speak to? Do I feel called to help? And the third thing you want to do is put it all into a product. When you say, give me your money, I will give you a solution, especially for something as intangible as services, as knowledge, then you have to put it in some way. You have to package it somehow. Some people package it as coaching, some as consulting, some in digital products, but you have to figure out what type of packaging you want, what kind of delivery you want to make your service about. So if you want to do coaching, then you want to figure out how am I going to get paid for this? How many hours is involved? How long is it going to take for me to get you this result? And as a result, how much are you going to have to pay for all of this time? So you have to figure out that. That's one product. Maybe you decide you want consulting. How many months is it going to take? What are the steps that they need to take? How do you work? What is your framework, right? So that when you find a client, when somebody comes to you and say, hey, I have this problem, what's your solution? You say, okay, so in 1 month I'm going to give you this, in the next month I'm going to give you this. You need to have your steps in place. Or if you're going in the digital products direction, you're probably going to sit down and write an ebook, or you're going to write a full-blown book, or you're going to put together a course that teaches people what they need to know. And then the fourth thing you want to do is now start marketing the product. Of course, I highly recommend that you start marketing today, even if you don't have a product, even if you don't have a service yet, right? Start creating content. And then these are things that you can do in a week. These are things that you can do immediately. It doesn't take months to put together your personal brand. In one of my programs, one of the feedback that I got from the people that one of the people that attended was, I thought it was going to take me like a year to put together my personal brand, but You've taught me how to do it very, very quickly. And that made me really happy. It really warmed my heart. I have a course called Recognized and Paid, and that course is probably take you like 10 hours to finish. I don't think it's up to 10 hours, but it's going to allow you to do this for yourself. However, if you don't want to take the course, you can just send me a DM or book a call, and we'll figure out how to make it a one-on-one interaction between me and you. But the bottom line is, it doesn't take too long to put these things in place. It doesn't take too long to figure out your content. It doesn't take too long to set up your email list. It doesn't take too long to create your products. It doesn't take too long. It just looks overwhelming from outside, and it looks thoroughly overcomplicated. And when I created my course, I wanted it to be the simplest personal branding resource out there. Now, marketing your product is where content comes in. Wherever your platform is, TikTok, Instagram, LinkedIn, X, Threads, whatever platform you're using, you want it to be an ongoing marketing situation. It's not when the product is out that you come and say, oh, here, I have my product, come and buy. It's going to be because you're being intentional about it weeks and even months before your product is ready. You are taking people on a journey, you're calling people into your space, you are sharing advice here and there that's making them feel like, oh, you have the solution to their big problem. The fifth thing is very, very important, and that is show up every day to run this machine. Every day you're thinking, clarity, clarity. What do I bring to the table? What product do I create? How do I market my products best? Over and over again. You don't stop. It's not a one-time thing. It's not a I will create this product and that's the end. Because you have to keep growing as well. You have to keep, and this is where personal development comes in. You, the person, because it's a personal brand, it is your name and your face and your case. It is the influence that your name carries that your personal brand is. And therefore, you cannot remain stuck on the level at which you started. And I call this the LCD method, right? Every day, as a personal brand, you must show up to do one of these three things: learn something, create something, distribute something. Over and over again, every day, something. Learn something, podcast, listen to a podcast, watch a YouTube video, read a book, whatever, take a course, right? Learn something. The second thing is create something. Your ideas cannot go out into the world if you don't create them. If you don't think about them first of all and then do something about them. If your ideas remain in your head, then you cannot build influence, you cannot make impact, and you cannot invite people to buy something that you have not put out. And so, if you understand that your brand, your personal brand is a process, is a machine, is an engine, you must show up every day to run it, to become the woman that builds that kind of brand. So, learn something, distribute something, put it out there, empty your drafts, don't hide the content. I put out this reel the other day and I said, empty your drafts, guys, empty your drafts. Don't leave anything, don't hide the things that you create. And somebody commented saying, what if I don't want to disgrace my village people? I told her they will be all right. So a lot of times we're not able to create authentic content because we're not saying what we really want to say. And if you start saying what you really want to say, you're going to attract the people that you really want to attract. But of course, not everybody is very clear on what they want to say in the first place, which is why clarity is the first step. If you have clarity issues, book a call with me. There's a link in the descriptions. I'd love to speak with you. Always remember that you're the person that powers the machine. You're the person, everybody that is following you for your ideas, for what you know how to do, for what you have seen, for where you're going. So it's all about you, even though it's not all about you. It's about what your experiences help your audience to do. And so if you don't become the person that can show up when she doesn't feel like it, that will create because she knows that people are helped by her creations, that will keep her word and post when she says she will post, that will show up and create instead of endlessly scrolling and, consuming other people's content. If you build yourself to become the woman that can run this brand, you will get the brand. So this is the point where I say, if you got anything from this video, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to share this with your tribe. Don't forget to just be all that you can be for yourself. And I will see you same time next week. Bye.